Have you ever found yourself constantly scratching the same spot on your body, and no matter what you do, lotions, creams, or cold compress, it just won't stop itching? While many people chalk it up to dry skin or a simple allergy, persistent itching can sometimes be a red flag for something much deeper. As we grow older, our bodies tend to speak to us in subtle ways, and one of those signals might just come through an irritating itch. Today, we're diving into 5 areas on your body where itching might mean more than just a surface problem. Especially if you're over 60, these signs could point to hidden health issues that deserve your attention. Stick with me until the end. The last one is surprisingly common and often the most overlooked, yet it could pose the greatest risk to your long-term health. Before we get started, if you're enjoying health tips like this, go ahead and subscribe for more insights that help you stay healthy, sharp, and in control of your well-being. Now, let's explore the first itchy area that could be more serious than it seems. Itchy spot. Number 1. Lower legs, a circulation wake-up call. If your lower legs, especially around the shins and ankles, feel dry, irritated, or itchy all the time, don't be too quick to blame your socks or skin lotion. For older adults, frequent itching in this area can signal poor blood circulation. Why is this important? Well, as we age, our blood vessels can weaken, making it harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach the extremities. This can lead to dry, fragile skin and even a tingling sensation, all of which can trigger an itchy feeling. In some cases, this could be the first sign of a more serious condition called peripheral artery disease, PAD, a narrowing of the arteries that increases the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Let's take James, a 73-year-old who thought the nightly itch on his legs was just part of getting older. After bringing it up to his doctor, tests revealed his circulation was slowing down significantly. That itch? It was actually his body waving a red flag. With some lifestyle changes, more physical movement, improved nutrition, and better hydration, James managed to improve his circulation and the itching faded away. Want a quick home test? Try pressing your finger firmly on your shin and holding it there for a few seconds. When you release, watch how long the indentation takes to disappear. If it lingers, your circulation might need some attention. Bottom line, persistent lower leg itching could be your body trying to get your attention. Don't ignore it. Itchy spot number 2. Upper back, when it's more than just dry skin. Ever had an itch between your shoulder blades that just refuses to go away, no matter how hard you scratch? That could actually be a sign of a condition known as notalgia paresthetica, which is caused by nerve irritation in your spine. Here's what happens. Over time, the discs in your spine can compress or degenerate, putting pressure on the nerves near your upper back. This irritation sends confused signals to your brain, making your skin feel itchy even though there's no real external cause. What's tricky about this type of itching is that lotions and scratching won't help, because the problem isn't your skin, it's your nerves. In some cases, this might even be an early indicator of spinal degeneration, a condition that could lead to chronic pain, stiffness, or posture issues if left untreated. Consider Roger, 68. He developed a strange, persistent itch just below his right shoulder blade. At first, he shrugged it off, but when it wouldn't go away, he saw a doctor. It turned out a pinched nerve in his spine was the real culprit. With a combination of stretching, posture correction, and physical therapy, Roger got relief, and more importantly, avoided future damage to his spine. Here's something you can try at home. Press into the itchy area with your fingers. If it feels oddly deep, tingly, or numb rather than just itchy on the surface, it might be nerve-related. Don't brush off an itchy upper back. It could be your spine asking for help. Itchy spot number 4. The scalp, a surprising indicator of blood sugar problems. Have you been dealing with an itchy scalp that doesn't seem to improve, even when there's no dandruff or visible irritation? It might be tempting to dismiss it as a simple skin issue, but it could actually be a subtle warning from your body that your blood sugar levels are off balance. Most people never think of scalp itching as anything more than a mild nuisance. However, the truth is that insulin resistance and elevated blood sugar can trigger chronic inflammation throughout your body. That inflammation often first shows up on your skin, especially on your scalp. When blood sugar remains high for long periods, it causes low-grade inflammation that disrupts your skin's protective barrier and weakens your immune system. This often leads to persistent dryness, sensitivity, and that constant itch. In some cases, this can be one of the earliest clues pointing toward prediabetes or even type 2 diabetes, both of which have a significant impact on your long-term health and quality of life. Take Richard, for example. At 69, he found himself constantly scratching his scalp, no matter what shampoo he used. At first, he blamed it on a new hair product, but when he brought it up with his doctor, tests revealed his blood sugar levels were in the pre-diabetic range. After making some lifestyle changes, like cutting back on refined carbs, walking after meals, and drinking more water, his scalp irritation went away and his blood sugar stabilized. Here's a quick self-check. Gently run your fingers along your scalp. Does it feel unusually dry, tender, or itchy without any obvious cause? If so, it may be a sign worth discussing with your healthcare provider. Catching blood sugar issues early can help you avoid far more serious complications later on. Itchy spot number 5, the soles of your feet. Could it be nerve trouble? If the bottoms of your feet itch persistently, especially at night, it may be much more than dry skin or a reaction to socks. In fact, this could be an early sign of nerve damage, poor circulation, or the beginning stages of neuropathy. The nerves in your feet are some of the most sensitive in your body, and they're often the first to react when blood flow is disrupted or when nerve health begins to decline. When these nerves are irritated, they can send misleading signals to your brain, making you feel itchy, tingly, or even like your feet are burning. If left untreated, these symptoms can develop into serious issues like numbness or loss of sensation, which increases your risk of falls or foot injuries that don't heal properly. Frank, age 74, is a clear example. He experienced nightly itching on his feet for weeks, and no cream seemed to help. Eventually, he consulted his doctor and was diagnosed with early-stage peripheral neuropathy, likely linked to blood sugar and circulation concerns. Once he started walking daily, adjusted his eating habits, and took better care of his feet, his symptoms improved and further nerve damage was slowed. Try this simple test at home. Take a pen cap and gently run it along the sole of each foot. If the sensation feels weaker in one foot or comes with tingling or burning, it could be a sign of underlying nerve issues. Don't ignore persistent foot itching, especially if it shows up at night or without a clear reason. Wrapping it all up, why these signs matter. Now that you know about these 5 surprising areas where itching could signal deeper health concerns, the big takeaway is this. Your body is constantly sending messages. Itchy skin might seem minor, but when it appears in unusual, persistent patterns, it could be pointing to something more serious like circulation issues, nerve damage, liver stress, or blood sugar imbalances. If you've noticed any of these symptoms, take a moment to reflect. Are you feeling more tired than usual? Have there been changes in your digestion, skin, or energy levels? Often, small clues like these can come together to reveal a much bigger health picture. So, have you experienced any of these kinds of itching before? We'd love to hear your story. Share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your experience might help someone else pay attention to their own body's signals. And if you found this information helpful, be sure to like, share, or comment. Your feedback helps support the creation of more content that informs and empowers others.